hell is going on here? I come in early, I check the in basket, there's no Hitzel file. I check the rack, it's not there. Can someone please tell me where is the damn file on Mrs. Hitzel?
My guess is archives. You released her last week.
Huh. Well, you've certainly covered your hiney, haven't you?
Dr. Kaplan? Hank? You okay?
Why? Something seem wrong?
Intuition.
And I don't want to talk about it. It's kind of personal.
Guy thing?
Greg, I said it's personal.
Oh, I see. Personal, guy thing. You coming out of the closet?
No. And, Greg, you're starting to annoy me.
Uh-huh. So I'm starting to annoy you. It's a personal thing. It's a guy thing. You're not coming out of the closet. I got to tell you, buddy, I'm not spotting a pattern here.
Good. Then maybe you'll leave me the hell alone?
Boy, talk about your cry for help.
Wait. Greg. Actually, I would like to get it off my chest. You promise you won't tell anyone else? I have a lump in my scrotum.
Your secret's safe with me.
Oh, Sandy, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I wasn't myself.
Oh, forget it. If I had a lump in my scrotum, I certainly wouldn't be myself.
No, your name would be Luke, and you'd be working in a Tennessee coal mine, swinging a pick and dreaming of a better day.
Good morning. Why is everyone standing around staring at Hank?
Oh, Gina, Hank has a lump.
Does he ever?
No, I mean...
Oh, my poor. And how do you know about this lump in Dr. Hank Kaplan's most private of naughty places?
I announced it on the PA.
Now this is a man.
Hank, are you in any pain?
No, there's no pain at all. It's just, well, a lump. You know, I wouldn't even have known it was there except
Oh,
that...
please tell me you found it all alone by yourself?
Well, yes, in the shower.
Where what you do is nobody's business but your own.
Listen, I'll be on my rounds. If Dr. Arnold calls back from urology, see if he can work me in this morning.
Done.
How's it look, Sandy?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. It's about the same.
Oh.
Hey, another rose from Billy. Your boyfriend sure is romantic.
I don't know if it's romance or poverty. He bought a dozen and he's sending one a day. He doesn't know how long I'm going to be in here. How long am I going to be in here?
Oh, as long as it takes, honey.
Well, from what the doctor told me and my parents last night, I don't have as long as it takes. I mean, will I get the rest of my bouquet?
Oh, now, don't worry, Amy. We'll find you a liver. When you're at this stage, you get the very first one that matches.
Billy said he'd give me one of his.
People only have one liver, Amy.
And you're required by law to tell him that?
Why are you putting this patient on the elevator?
Because when I shove him down the stairs, the tubes shake loose.
Paco.
Mr. Conroy's being transferred to cardiac ICU.
Dr. Spilker ordered it. They're auditing intensive care, and he wants to fill the beds.
Fill the beds. What is this, the Marriott?
My guess is no. At the Marriott, they don't give you enemas in the middle of the night.
Take him back. The genius has struck again. Nice to know Dr. Spelker has his priorities straight, isn't it?
Dr. Spelker? Yes, he's the best medical director ever.
Julie, I'm being sarcastic. He's a yahoo.
Yes, the biggest Yahoo ever.
He's closing the helicopter pad because the insurance is too expensive. He's cutting back on patient services. Oh, but he's doubling the budget for the annual physicians' ball. What is this guy thinking?
Excuse me for asking, Dr. Riskin, but the medical staff meeting is this morning. Why don't you bring it up there?
Because you don't criticize Dr. Spelker.
Wouldn't he appreciate your input?
He just makes me a little nervous.
Isn't this something? I'm intimidated by you, and you're intimidated by him. You're just like me.
Touching thought, Julie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go put my finger down my throat.
Any word from Dr. Kaplan?
Not yet. I just came from the chapel. I tried to pray for Hank, but I couldn't.
Gina, you're not losing faith.
No, I just don't know who to pray to. Who's the patron saint of testicles?
Jimmy Swaggart.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you are looking good, huh?
Oh, thank you.
I missed you after your rounds.
I was in the medical library looking for some shred of hope.
So what'd you find out?
Well, it could be cancer, but it could be other things. You know, just a hydrocele, a swelling caused by fluid, or a spermatocele, a harmless cyst that creates a blockage.
Whoa, Doc, your sperm are backing up?
They're waiting for me. Saving themselves, getting big and strong.
You know, even if it is cancer, I mean, the prognosis isn't all that bad. I mean, they say, hey, if you're going to get cancer, this is the one to get.
They remove the lump and that's it?
No, they remove the testicle.
Excuse me, I have to go pray to St. Jimmy.
It's about time I check on that transplant for Amy.
Well, you let us know as soon as you get word, Doctor.
Yeah, I will, thanks. Guys, I could kick myself.
Well, you're the doctor, but wouldn't surgery be more effective?
I lecture my patients all the time. The trick to beating any cancer is early detection. But when it comes to myself, I drop the ball. You know, I don't even know how long I've had this. Guys, promise me you'll examine yourselves.
Morning, noon, and night. In fact, if you write me a prescription, it would help me on the bus.
Hey, I'm serious here. Now, a lot of people could be saved if they just weren't embarrassed or afraid of their bodies.
What happens if the lump isn't a hydrocele or a spermatocele?
Well, they just do a biopsy to see if it's malignant or benign.
And how do they do a biopsy, you know, down there?
Good night, everybody.
Good night, honey. Oh, Dr. Riskin, these messages have been waiting for you.
Thanks. The med staff meeting ran longer than usual. I took someone's advice and spoke up about how badly things are run around here.
You did? What happened?
I stood up, looked Dr. Spelker right in the eye, and it all came spilling out. The abuses, the lack of priorities, the callousness to patients.
Sounds like you nailed him pretty well.
Too well. He quit.
Well, I'm glad. Of course, now they'll probably find some new jerk to replace him.
We already have.
Already? What's this loser's name?
Dr. Amanda Riskin.
Oh.
You're the new hospital medical director?
When Dr. Spelker quit, I got elected.
So you mean, if I hadn't inspired you to stand up to your fears, you wouldn't have the job? It's all because of me?
Honey, humor me. Do this. Perfect. Now I know what you'll look like when I have you in my headlights.
Yes, I had my exam. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Arnold's performing an incisional biopsy on my tumor.
Tumor?
Yeah, if the test proves it's benign, they'll excise it. That's that.
And if it's malignant?
Hey, you hear about Riskin's first budget cut? You can kiss that physician's ball goodbye.
Nuts.
Oh, good morning, Hunk.
Do I still have both? You know.
Oh, yes, it was just a biopsy, remember?
Oh, it's all so hazy.
We all send you get well gifts. These are from me. Do you like them?
Cattails. It's very nice, Gina. And quite an inspiration, I might add.
Hunk, I want you to know that a real woman doesn't worry about certain missing things if she's a real woman. For a real woman, there's more to life than just sex.
Well, I appreciate that, Gina. Of course, you know, even if I do lose Squiggy, I still can have a normal sex life.
Squiggy?
Well, forget it. Of course, if it is cancer, I mean, there is the chance that it might have spread to...
Lenny?
So you do know.
If such a thing happens, you could adopt since you would be unable to make children.
Well, actually, Gina, the modern science has created a device that would permit me to have children.
What's the name of such a miracle device?
A freezer.
I'm afraid I don't...
To stockpile my sperm.
You mean... Oh. Perhaps I should leave now. I'll be thinking of you.
And I'll be thinking of you.
Hey, Sandy, got the latest from the grapevine. Looks like your transplant patient's gonna get her liver today. Huh? Want to go tell her?
Paco, gossip is fine when you're talking about who's sleeping with who, but
Dr.
don't...
Bryant and Nurse Carney.
You're kidding me.
But this isn't a rumor. There's a liver available in Delaware. They're trying to get it here as fast as they can.
Well, it better be quick. Amy took a turn for the worse today, and I don't know if she's going to make it until tonight.
Well, Dr. Riskin sure didn't waste any time grabbing the helm. Look at this. Overnight, she paid up the insurance for the helipad. She has the nutritionist reviewing patients' meal size.
Yes, Dr. Riskin is a god. And beneath the grumbling and complaining and, well, the implied death threats, I'm certain she bears me no ill will about getting stuck with this new job.
Morning, nurses.
Cover me.
I love the smell of fear in the morning.
Morning, crew.
Morning.
What's this? Effective immediately. Use the new form attached for all supply requisitions. That's it. I've been duplicated, triplicated, and signed where indicated to death. Get me Dr. Spelker.
Dr. Spelker quit. We have a new medical director.
Fine. Then the new medical director's about to get broken in right.
Yeah, put it through.
Hello? This is Nurse Rowland. I have a suggestion. Maybe if you'd get your bureaucratic cheeks out of your office, you'd see that we here in the real world would rather spend our time caring for the sick than filling out your dumb papers. What do you say to that?
Hang up, you idiot.
I'm sorry, Dr. Riskin. I thought I was talking to the medical director.
You were. And by the way, that new form replaces 4 others you don't have to fill out anymore, okay?
Way okay.
Good. Now, if nobody minds, I'd like to see my patients right here in the real world.
Dr. Curtis. Dr. Curtis. Please call.
You could have stopped me,
I know.
but you didn't.
I know.
Morning, doctor.
Morning, Doctor.
What do you see out there?
I see all those people who don't have testicular cancer.
Hank, those are nuns. How do you feel?
Tender.
I checked with Dr. Arnold. Your biopsy's in the lab. Should be analyzed by lunchtime.
Thanks. How do you have time for all this? I hear you're swamped. You're a good friend, Amanda.
Just don't ask me to sign the cast.
Company. How you doing, Doc?
Hanging in there. Kinda.
You're a better man than me. Every time I think of that huevo leaving the ranchero.
Greg. Do you mind?
Oh, sorry.
Doc, you okay? You need something?
You know, I'm just trying to look at this clinically. I know that even if I lose it, I still can have a normal life. You know, and most important, I can have a life at all. I know all of that. It's just being clinical is easy when you're the doctor. When you're the patient. When you're the man. It's just male vanity, but I don't just want to be well. I want to be whole. Hey, you didn't come in to hear this. Have a walnut. Get out of here and let me rest. Hey, guys, you know, worst comes to worst. I won't care if they interrupt the Super Bowl to show Heidi.
How was lunch?
You don't want to know. I'm driving along, minding my business. I hear a toot, look over, and there is this Mr. Macho in a convertible giving me the buffalo eye. I pulled to a stop sign. He's there again. I get stuck at a red light, and he is hanging out of this car, showing off his big, hairy forearms, asking me for my number.
How forward.
How crude.
How gross.
Shall I page you when he calls?
Immediately.
That better not be about a personal call.
Oh, no, doctor. We know about your policy against personal calls.
3 West. Oh, Sandy, it's Dr. Harry Manumet.
Tell him.
It's too late.
You hung up?
No, he's honking and whistling at someone. Now we hung up.
Now we can all go back to work.
I bet the last time she was honked at, there were Canadian geese flying overhead.
Thank you. The lab says Hunk's biopsy results are coming up. I pray for good news. He said he would give his left one, not to lose his right one.
Well, he could always borrow one from Dr. Riskin.
I heard that.
Good.
Maybe somebody'd like to get written up.
Maybe somebody'd like to lighten up.
Maybe. We'll discuss this after shift.
Dr. Callahan. Dr. Callahan. Call 125.
You stood up to Dr. Riskin.
So?
You're not afraid of her. You're an example for all of us. You're dead meat.
Dr. Riskin, your office is calling on line 2.
Damn it. What now? This is Dr. Riskin. What do you mean they won't let the helicopter land? What line? All right, hold on. I'll sweet talk him into it. Al, you're a pissant. I signed that voucher myself. You have my word. The check is in the mail. Now, are you going to be reasonable, or do I look for a new insurance company? Good. Me again. Tell the chopper to land.
You handled that very well.
Yeah. Too bad I'm quitting.
Quitting? Why?
I'll tell you why. I dedicate a lifetime to healing, and now, as a reward, I get to spend the day talking to insurance execs. Well, not anymore. I'm writing my resignation letter.
Oh, but you can't quit. Look what you've done in just 2 days.
I've driven myself and everybody I care about nuts is what I've done. Look how I snapped at you this morning. Sandy, just now.
Yeah, and you were rough on Julie.
Well, let's not get carried away. You know why I became a doctor, Annie? I like to look a patient in the eye and in that second see him relax because he knows somebody cares for him. It's personal. It's one-on-one.
Yeah, but you're making a difference. Nobody cares like you do.
Then let me do my caring. Nobody ever lived an extra day because a carbon copy went to the right person or an insurance form got filled out. Besides, I've got the whole staff hating me.
The whole staff always hated you.
Don't try to cheer me up. Where are they taking Amy?
Down to pre-op. She's getting her liver. And thank God. I don't think she would have made it if she had to wait much longer. The ambulance bringing it here got trapped on the freeway, so they're flying it in on a helicopter.
Isn't it wonderful, Dr. Riskin?
Yes, Julie, wonderful. I'll be in pre-op if anybody needs me. Oh, and do me a favor. Throw this away.
Special D from pathology.
Hunk's biopsy?
Dr. Arnold will be right up to tell him the results.
Well, there it is. The answer. Do we open it?
No.
We always look at patients' lab reports.
Well, this is different. This is private.
Doesn't get much more private than this.
Guess it's none of our business. Unless it's a matter for Hank and his future wife to know.
The envelope, please.
Well?
My testicles are super.
Coming up, it's the show that forever changed the way we think about adulthood. Nancy looks outside her marriage for sexual fulfillment. Is Elliot doing the same? It's a brave new world out there in the land of 30-something. Next, only on Lifetime.